First, we're going to dedicate the class to Noah Dorit Bat Chana Dina. That's Meir's daughter who's in labor right now. B'ezrat Hashem, she should have an easy labor, healthy, fast, no pain, and should have a beautiful, healthy baby. B'ezrat Hashem, should have a refuah shlema.
I was at her way. Oh,
So again, Dina, Noah Dorit Bat Chana Dina. Tov. Tonight we're going to be counting, Be'ezrat Hashem, the Sfira of Netzach Sheba Tiferet. Yesterday we did Tiferet Sheba Tiferet. The beauty in truth and how beautiful truth is. Today we're going to count Netzach Sheba Tiferet. Netzach, there are many ways to interpret it, to translate it, but Netzach can also be Nitzchi. Nitzchi is eternal. This is referring to eternal beauty. And the real beauty, that what we were talking about yesterday, exists forever. Whatever's real, whatever's emet, Titen emet leYaakov, what we talked about yesterday, but emet stands forever. It says that a lie doesn't exist too long. In Hebrew they say a lie doesn't have legs because it can go a certain distance, but then the lie will be exposed. Doesn't matter how good of a liar you are, the lie doesn't have any existence. And beauty exists forever. Now, yesterday we talked about the connection between beauty and truth, and the truth of beauty is another character trait that connects between beauty and truth. And if you want to define what's the most beautiful thing in this universe, in this world, is when you do a good act. This is the nicest thing in this world. Act of kindness, a charitable act. This is considered the nicest thing in this world. Now, when you do an act of kindness, then what it does, the act of kindness itself, it shines the world. We don't see it, but your positive action, especially when you do something kind to somebody else, and when there's no agenda here, when there's no benefits here, then you light up the world. And there's teachings of our sages that says that mitzvah goreret mitzvah. A mitzvah will drag to do another mitzvah and another mitzvah. So a good act births another good act. That's how it works. With you and also with the person that got the good act. There's all these videos that you find on the social media, how one person does a good act to somebody, and then that somebody does a good act to another one, and then there's a chain of good acts. Because a good action will birth another good action. And the power of, so to say, birthing, I don't know how you say it in proper English. In the Hebrew, you say koach haholada, the power of giving birth. The power of giving birth, it has an infinite power, because one gives birth to one, and then another one, and then another one, and another one. It has a secret here of an infinite power of one giving birth to another one, and so forth. That's where we see how real beauty, lives for eternity. Now, we mentioned yesterday how there's a connection between the beauty and the truth, and truth and beauty. But both in truth and in beauty, there's constant rebirth. And in Hebrew it says hitchadshut. We spoke about it many times, about the idea of hitchadshut. That's why we call a month chodesh, because the word chodesh is the rebirth of the month, hitchadshut. Now, both beauty and truth, they have the power of, in Hebrew it says, lifrot velirbot, purvu. I think in English will be accurate to say they have the power of being fruitful and being multiple. But we see that this power of hitchadshut, of rebirth, or renewity, is eternal. And here we see the eternal part in the beauty, the Netzach Sheba Tiferet, this eternal power in the beauty. Now, there's another very powerful thing in Netzach Tiferet, that the power of beauty needs to be perpetuated. That every moment has to be, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right, perpetuate, that's how you say? That every moment has to be perpetuate. I mean, I'm talking about a good moment, not something bad that you do. So any good thing that you do has to be memorized, or I think the just most accurate word is to perpetuate. Now, how do you take existing beauty and you transform it to something that is alive and becomes fruitful? I mean, the most powerful thing is when something can birth another thing. And we're only talking about positive things right now. So how would you take something positive and you make it multiply? It becomes another good thing and another good thing. If I do a good action, I want it to affect everybody around me, that by my good action you get inspired, and then we make ripple effects of good actions. So the way to do it is with acts of kindness. That's how we spread this goodness in this world, and when you spread truth into the world. You do acts of kindness. We know that tov is equal yafeh, yofi, or tov. The word tov is equals beauty, not in its numerical value, but something good is beautiful. And as I said, the Mishnah says mitzvah goreret mitzvah. A good action, a good mitzvah, a good deed will cause you to do another mitzvah and another mitzvah. Now, we're not really aware of the power of good actions. If we would really be aware of the power of good actions, we would all day long pursue it. Usually we try to avoid doing nice and good actions. That's because we don't understand the power of it. If we would understand what it means to help another person with me not getting any benefit, or to going out of my way for the benefit of somebody else so they can gain something, help them with their livelihood, with their health, with their anything, whatever it is. If we would realize the power of an act of kindness, we would constantly, all day long, run after acts of kindness. So basically, practically saying, we like to take the sphira of the day and know how to apply it. So this is a simple one. It's just increasing acts of kindness all day long. It's just about acts of kindness. I mean, we're concentrating on mitzvot. There's a yetzer hara that's going to be concentrating on making us fail. This is a normal thing. This is part of our path. But we know that there's a Masechet Sanhedrin, there's a Gemara in the Tractate Sanhedrin, that it says that if a person wants to be, so to say, saved from the hardship or from the process of the coming of Mashiach, specifically to be saved from Milchemet Gog uMagog. Now, it's less relevant right now if the war of Gog uMagog is a physical war or a spiritual war. That's less relevant right now. But it says, HaRotze le'inatzel miGog uMagog, michevlei Mashiach, from the pains of Mashiach, Ya'asok beTorah, should learn a lot of Torah, ve'begimlut chasadim, and acts of kindness. So our sages are giving us the remedy, the power. How do you survive the coming of Mashiach? Whether it's going to come in a physical war, a spiritual, it's not so relevant. Even though the Israelis bombed again in Syria and pissed everybody off there. Today, after the Americans, the French and the British bombed there, the Israelis also went, and they do it much better. Today, this morning. And bombed a lot of bases, killed Iranian generals, colonels, whatever it is. Now the Iranians are furious, planning an attack, how do you call it, a revenge. Anyways, nevertheless, it doesn't matter right now how the Geulah is coming right now, but the Gemara clears you, tells you, you want to be saved from the pain of the coming of Mashiach, learn Torah, and be busy with acts of kindness. And I gave a long, I don't know if it was recorded actually, maybe it wasn't, around Purim time, a couple times I spoke about it during Shabbat, about the 4 mitzvot that we have to concentrate on Purim, and this is the secret of bringing the Geulah, and we called these 4 mitzvot the 4 memim, that what we do on Purim, Mishloach Manot, Matanot Levyonim, Mikra Megillah, and Mishteh V'Simcha, the 4 mitzvot that start with a mem. I gave a whole interpretation, what are the power of these 4 mitzvot. And these are the power of bringing the redemption, and one of them is matanot levyonim, is acts of kindness. This is a very simple one. Don't have to, all the rest of the sfirot that we went up to now is a lot of hard work on my own attributes, on my own characteristics, on my own self. Here, just have to apply an action. You have to be busy all day long with acts of kindness. Any opportunity that the Kadosh Baruch Hu gives you, you jump on it. Don't make cheshbonot, don't make now a calculation. It's worth it for me, it's not worth it for me. And a person that constantly pursues acts of kindness and initiates acts of kindness, and usually it's not so easy, it's not so convenient to help everybody else. You have this mechanism that says first help yourself. But people don't understand that if you want to really help yourself, you first help somebody else. As our sages say, you pray for your friend, then you get answered before the friend. Same thing here. You need Hashem to give you assistance. As you help somebody else, you see right away Hashem says, oh, are you busy with helping somebody else? I'll help you. How I mentioned so many times is when the Kadosh Baruch Hu sees that you're busy with other people's problems, then He takes care of your problems. So many times we mentioned that. So what we want to apply here in the Netzach of Tiferet is to take this beauty of a good action and make it live forever. Because it's a good deed has a ripple effect. You do one good mitzvah, one good action. I'm not talking about putting tefillin right now. I'm talking helping another person in any way you can. It will start making a ripple effect, and that way we bring much more light into the world, much more kindness and goodness into this world. And needless to say, that is what we want to live for eternity, not bad things, rather good things. And needless to say, this is the secret for all good. Whether it's surviving the coming of Mashiach, whether it's for my own sake. I mean, I also need a few favors here and there from the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So when I want Hashem to be on my side and take care of my problems, the way to do it, and you do it not with an agenda because you need Hashem to help you. You do it because you want to do it. You see that you surround yourself with good, with light, with goodness and kindness. And needless to say, that's what we need to do. Zad Hashem should have an easy task and successful in spreading this beautiful light around the world of acts of kindness.